My first cult was my family. My mom, we lost the guru. She died, or did she? It blows because she loved life. I've always been on the fence about the whole thing. I could go at any time. But my mom could squeeze joy out of an AT&T customer service call. Sandeep, I've got to ask you. We have been on the phone for over 3 hours. Is your phone hot? Now, you're in Mumbai, and now I got to ask, are you going to the river pilgrimage? Are you going? The Kumbh Mela. I'm glad you pronounced it. But the bridge collapsed. Oh, shit. Well, I'll put you on my prayer list. I will. No, the Wi-Fi is still not operational. But of course I will hold. Joel, I'm on the phone with India. My mom could tell a very exciting story with no discernible beginning, middle, or end. Honey, I was in the elevator and I saw this young man and I said, I know you. And he said, well, I don't know you. And I said, my name is Marilyn, and my sister's name is Dita, and we're both originally from Marquette. I mean, Dita now has Alzheimer's care. She's at a care facility, and she enjoys chocolate and has boyfriends, and that's quality of life, you know. And he interrupted me. He said, I genuinely, ma'am, I do not know you. And I had half a glass of wine. And I said, we met in 2014 on an Airbnb boat called the Thirsty Turtle in Frankfort, Michigan, and your name is Neil. And he said, no. My mom, she was a very, very religious woman, Christian, tight with Jesus, but afraid to die. And honey, I read in the New York Times is if you take the hippie hallucinogen ayahuasca, it can help you face your fear. So I made an appointment with a shaman, and your father and I are going to drive down to Minneapolis and do ayahuasca this weekend. I called the shaman and I said, hey, Paul. Hey, man, my mom has stage 4 lung cancer. My dad has a heart condition. What are you doing? I completely understand. Ayahuasca is a powerful spirit. I just partook of the medicine on a retreat, and I had an emergency I needed to drive home for. I wasn't sure. I said, is it safe for me to drive home having just taken ayahuasca? Ayahuasca said, Paul, ask the fire. The fire became an eagle. It was okay to drive home. Paul, I always like to ask the eagle to quick step out of the fire and try to walk claw over claw in a straight line, while keeping his wing to his beak, because it kind of sounds like that eagle might have been a high. I grew so used to being dishonest in order to belong. I have no problem lying in order to be included. And I'm not the greatest member of several problematic cults. Have you heard of 12-step groups? Has anyone heard of them? What have you heard? What have you heard?
They're kind of religious.
They're kind of religious. Yes, they're a little creepy. Pseudo-spiritual, paternalistic language, peer counseling, which is notoriously a terrible idea. I brought my husband to one of the meetings. He said, these people need professional help. Yes. Yes, they do. And yet none is forthcoming. And so here we are in this Zoom breakout room. Here's what I love about these meetings. Number 1, free. Number 2, free. Number 3, they cannot kick you out. That's one of the main rules. So even if I go to a meeting with a full bottle of Jack Daniels and I'm eating an ice cream cake with a stolen porn DVD, all anybody is ever going to say to me is, keep coming back. So much. One of the worst rules about Fight Club is you're not supposed to say publicly which groups you attend. That's impossible for me. I tell everybody everything. It's preventative honesty. If I tell you every single thing about myself, you can't at a later date say, but I believe I was very clear. In my second album, third track. Also, I don't like keeping stuff inside me. If I buy you a birthday gift for your birthday, I gotta call you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm buying for you as I'm buying it. Hey, I am at Target. Okay, I'm in the jumbo candle aisle now. I love you, sky's the limit, but here's what's on sale. They got Yorkshire pudding, okay? They got something yellow called reticence. It's huge. And then they got tobacco cilantro. What do you want? I'll wrap that gift for you. And I'll give it to you on your birthday, and I'll remind you, it's a tobacco cilantro scented candle. You will unwrap it. I will yet again confirm tobacco cilantro scented candle. Happy birthday. I cannot keep shit to myself. So imagine how much it pains me not to be able to tell you, beautiful people, that for over 30 years, I've been in a very strange food-related 12-step program called Overeaters Anonymous. What?
A white woman was bulimic? How did it...
I'm sorry. I lost interest in my own narrative. I've been in a money-related 12-step program for about 25 years because I wasn't sure, still not completely clear, on how to have and keep a job. Even today, I had to double-check with the producer. So it's right at that moment. Okay, you guys need me. And so then when I get there, then I gotta stay. What if Mama feels done? I've arrived late and left early for my own television performances. I was also briefly in Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous because I had a lot of compulsive one-night stands in the late 90s. Freeway entrance ramp motels, red roof, and the door doesn't lock everybody in. So gross. You know, these groups have been so helpful to me. I mean, yeah, they're crappy, amateur, not great, but they helped. Free groups. I'd love to tell you which groups I attend, but, you know, secret society. I cannot. I got a friend who's deep in the cult who got very angry at me. Maria, you shouldn't be talking about it on stage. These programs have saved your life. Why else be alive except to make fun of things that are important to you? I guess if I were to say I went to Clutters Anonymous, I do not, but it is a place you can go in case you are stacking up your water-damaged Furbies to an extent that bothers you. That you don't have to be on TV to get help. You know, I'm not in it, but if one of you fuck chops, if I said I was, might go out there and say,
Okay, Maria Bamford said she's in Clutters Anonymous. Well, I saw her driving up Fair Oaks in a blown-out 92 Saturn filled to the brim with Diet Coke Tallboy empties.
So, like, I'd be bad advertising or something for the group, or I guess if I said I was an SCA, that's Sexual Compulsive Anonymous, sometimes that's court ordered. Ooh. Some of my colleagues in comedy might want to look into that. It's a great place to go before you're a registered sex offender. And I adore a registered sex offender. Thank you for letting us know your coordinates. Much respect. Appreciate you. Now all I can do is put an asterisk by people's names in the green room. No. No. We know where they are. They're on tour. I don't go to SCA, but if I did, and I said I did, maybe some of the audience would say,
I should go. I should go to SC because I do this thing at work that's I know is illegal. But it's so funny. It's just with subordinates on their first day. I come up from behind them and I stuff my thumb up their butt and I say, whoops. Because I'm Italian.